We're getting ready to move.
Clean out the hoses and get them stored, and we're ready to get out of here.
This is not going well today. And we just heard a boom. It smells like something blew. Welcome to RV life. I'm Tammy, and this is my husband Scott. We are two artists who, when faced with mounting health challenges, decided, you know what? Life's way too short. So we sold our home and most of our stuff to move into a home on wheels. Along with Gracie and Jasper, we've hit the road full time in search of new landscapes and experiences. We'd love to have you join us as we navigate our way through this RV lifestyle. And until further notice, our mission is explore, create, and inspire. It's pre-departure checklist day. And oh boy, do we have a list. I'm gonna get busy, got a lot to do. Thank you, Mel and Jay, our friends up in BC with the YouTube channel Home a Roam, because they let us know about the coolest app for our pre-departure and departure checklist. And that is the totally free Google Keep. Have you heard of this app? Why haven't I heard of this app sooner? It's a checklist, and you can just have it on your phone or iPad or whatever and share it with your partner. So Scott and I have now our checklist on Google Keep, and we each do our chores and then check them off, and it shows up on both ends, and we know that that is done and ready to go. But yeah, it's awesome, it's easy, it's free. Why not?
I'm too old for this. Next thing on the pre-departure checklist, we need air. Gotta get equal balance in all these tires and get them coordinated with the TPMS. One last ride through the RV park, and we set out tomorrow.
Alrighty, it is leave day. It is travel day. We gotta finish packing up this RV day. Just adding some tension bars and all these fancy throw pillows you have laying around. Stuff them in your cupboards. Helps keep everything from bouncing around. It's worked every time. Knock on wood. And once I get that done, I take these handy little bungees and I bungee my cupboards that could fly open easily. And the fridge, the wonderful fridge with the eggs flying everywhere. I move everything down as far to the bottom as I can, and I pack my eggs in so they can't bounce. And then I've got these tension rods that I put in front, and we just hope for the best. Almost done. This is why we don't move too often, but it is a lot more work when you've been parked for a while. I'm exhausted and we haven't even started traveling. But I just remembered something to add to the list. Take the glass turntable out of the microwave. And if you don't know where to put things, put them on the bed. Like our computer, that amazing microwave turntable that I forgot about.
All right, so all we need to do is get unhooked and we're out of here. We didn't even make it 10 feet today. We hit a low-hanging dead branch on our tree that I didn't even realize was there, and it put about a quarter-sized hole in the roof, so we had to pull back in. Thank you for the Eternabond tape, because that stuff's worth its weight in gold when you're out on the road.
This is not going well today. We poked a hole in our roof leaving the campground. We've hardly made it anywhere, and we just heard a boom, and it smells like something blew, and we're trying to figure out if it's truck related, RV related, tire related. Welcome to RV life. We're on the side of the interstate with semis going by us with no room to work. Stay tuned. One of our turbo boots blew off again. So we are not sure what to do. We're in a really precarious spot, and we're about to we have to get up this pass and onto Interstate 90, before we can even find somewhere to pull over. Scott's gonna try and see if he can finagle the boot back on. It doesn't look split or broke, but it needs professional attention. He's gonna try to see if he can get it back on good enough for us to get somewhere off the side of this highway. What's the plan?
The plan is we're going to Harbor Freight and buying more tools. I don't have enough deep sockets. Hopefully I got enough torque on that thing with my hands. All right. Let me see if it's popping off again.
Darn it. We are sitting here on the side of the highway, and I don't know how the rest of the day's gonna go, or where we're gonna end up. And you can see my face is breaking out from the stress. Having a mast cell attack is what they call it. That's what's happening in RV life. We'll let you know how it goes. Okay, we've been at TA for hours. It's 6:30. We haven't even gotten close to crossing Snoqualmie Pass. Scott's got bloody knuckles. We don't know where to stay. There's nowhere around. And literally, a guy pulls up in his pickup and he says, "You need help? I'm a diesel mechanic. Connor, you are our guardian angel. Thank you, thank you, thank you."
Connor here. This is me, all me. We got her done up right here for my man. He's back on the road. He's gonna make it all the way over east. No problem.
Talk about luck. 3 hours out on the side of the road
And our
not
guard,
to give up, and he drove up and
And I figured I'd lay a little hand. You know, retired after the long day at work, and we got it going. All up and going.
all right.
Back solid.
we appreciate you more than
See
you
if we
can
get over
imagine.
Snoqualmie.
Yeah, no problem.
So you think we're gonna make it over Snoqualmie, Connor?
Without a doubt, I guess I'll find out. Huh?
All right. Yeah, Connor said he's highly confident that we're gonna make it over Snoqualmie Pass. So he said he's never had one pop off ever, and he knows 450s. So I feel pretty good. I feel pretty confident.
Wish us luck. And thank you, Connor.
Only a measure. It can only get better. It can only get better. And this is only a measure.
Good morning.
It's not morning.
Good day, everyone. As you can see, we made it over the pass.
We want you to know, when you're seeing us out doing all these cool things and having fun, that it's not always that way. And yesterday was harrowing, and we want to share our experience just in case you end up in the same situation that we were yesterday. You won't lose hope, because
And maybe you won't feel alone, and maybe you'll realize that everything does work out. Let's recap for you what happened.
and why. Yeah, we have a 2016 Ford F450, which the notorious Achilles heel of that unit is the turbo pipes. A year ago, on the way to Oregon, we blew the pipes about 3 miles from the top of Siskiyou Pass.
Let me explain to you the sound you might hear when this happens. The hood jumped, and it went boom.
Like an explosion.
It'll get your heart going, and hopefully you don't have an accident. Let's just put it that way. When you hear the big boom coming from your engine compartment, and if black smoke comes out and you lose power, it's more than likely, and we're not experts, but this is a very common occurrence, and especially if you're towing uphill, it's more than likely you blew out your turbo or one of the boots on your turbo or your intake.
Pipes, yeah.
There's several of them, and one of those has blown off. So, which equals no power. The other scary thing is going downhill we lose our exhaust brakes? Engine brakes?
Engine brakes.
Engine brakes. So when you've got a huge rig pushing you and you don't have those brakes on a very steep downhill grade, it's terrifying as well. So going up yet another grade, pulling the rig on Highway 18, boom. Scott's out there with all the tools we have, trying to get his hands down in there, which is how he burned his arms and bloodied his hands. He's a mess. He looks like he got in a fight with a bobcat. Meanwhile, we are calling mechanics. It's getting close to closing time, and no one could help us. And the one mobile mechanic that there was, we called. He was really nice, but he had COVID and he couldn't come help us.
The guy with COVID says, "Why don't you go to the Travel America?" And they probably have a mechanic on site that'll help you out. So I walk in the Travel America Service Center, and the young man says, "Sir, we don't work on diesels." So I think he had me pegged as an RVer, and you know, because I think Travel America is probably work on diesels. Anyway, we weren't getting anywhere.
But it was just like there was no willingness, and we're just so used to people being willing to help. And so that was a little frustrating. The first time I felt super desperate living RV life, like this sucks. And just like that, our angel came, our hero Connor.
Our day took a U-turn for the better right then and there.
And he was smiling and lighthearted, which lifted our spirits. And he's built his own trucks. Like, he builds engines and trucks, and he knows Fords, and he knows our truck.
He started pulling that boot off without even looking at what he was doing. He was doing it all by touch.
Yeah, he just went in, he's like, oh, and then he saw what the problem was.
Yeah.
And then he ended up having to trim the boot. He cleaned it all out, put it back on, had the tools, clamped it together. Just a genuinely friendly, kind, giving young man. And
yeah, literally, it was less than an hour from that pit of despair at the Travel America to being on our way up the pass with a high degree of confidence that we were going to reach our destination.
We made it. We're here. It's a beautiful day, and we just wanted to share with you a little bit of RV life, because RV life is still life and things are going to happen. I see another problem already. Why did I say?
Oh my God.
There is something hanging from the bottom of our kitchen slide.
All we have to do is sit here and things happen. It's the seal underneath the slide. If I'm just going to cut it out, it's underneath the slide. And
isn't that something we need?
we learned something about our rig today, and that was we've been carrying around 93 gallons of fresh water, who knows how long, perhaps since we bought the unit.
We had scrambled eggs for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, all at dinner. That's what we had yesterday.
I think we might need a smaller boat. If you're seeing this video, you know that I recorded it.